Hello everyone, this is Andy from the Pixel Pub, and I'm here with the gaming haul for September of 2023. Okay, we'll start out with some of the old stuff here first. There's not that much. Me and Kathy went to a kind of a retro flea market type of thing in Raleigh, North Carolina, back in like July, late June, I think. But one of the things we picked up was BANJO-TOOIE, and it came with a manual. I already put my little sticker up there. Get it nice on the shelf, readable. I was not a big fan of rare 3D platformer collectathons post Donkey Kong 64, which I think this is post Donkey Kong 64 because they went too far. But the dude had a really good price on it, and yeah, picked it up. All right, next, we got a Sega Genesis game called Mystic Defender. I had never heard of this game until I saw it. The guy was charging like 15 bucks for it. I think it's worth more than that. But yeah, I love Sega Genesis games in the box. This is one of the old school ones. Messed around a little bit. It's a nice little action shooter. Good music, good art. Look at that fucking three-headed dragon. Yeah, I love shit like this. Okay, the last Sega Genesis game, one I've been wanting it for a very long time. Found it for a very good price, which I finally own it. Streets of Rage 2. One of our older gaming haul videos on our old YouTube channel. You hear me talk about Kathy getting me this game for Christmas, and actually getting a ROM hack of it in a box called Steven Seagal's Streets of Rage, and where you play as Steven Seagal. But now on the actual version, it's really cool art. Just, man, I love Sega Genesis boxes. You're gonna hear me say it a million times, but that's the last Sega Genesis game. Okay, last retro game is BioForce Ape on the NES. This is a repro card, because BioForce Ape did not come out in America. It only came out in Japan, as far as I know. It's a game where you play as an ape and you run around beating people up. My brother got this for me. I think he's going down the rabbit hole of weirdo NES games, which is a deep rabbit hole to go down it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool to have. Gonna add it to the collection. Okay, moving on to PS5 games. Let's start here with Diablo 4. Kathy's been playing the son out of it. She's already beat it. She plays it with her brother a lot and her sister. You'd have to ask her on her opinions of it, because I've played all of maybe 5 minutes of it. I made a sorcerer and ran around, and that was it. But I did really like Diablo 3. I want to give this a shot sometime. Maybe when it pops up on Game Pass in the future. Who knows? Okay, next up is Final Fantasy 16. I forget when this came out. July, maybe? Yeah, I picked it up the day it came out, and I played about 15 hours. I can't remember. I have to go back and look at it. But I was having a really good time with it at the beginning, and man, it kind of dropped off a cliff. My interest just sank. I don't know what happened. I guess it was just a big lull in the story. I don't know what is even happening, what I'm supposed to be doing, and will I go back to it? To be determined, I guess. Which is a shame, because, like I said, it had a really good start. It has a really good demo, if you're interested in checking it out on at least PSN, and which I think it only came out on PlayStation. Maybe PC. I can't remember. Anyway, yeah, I'm kind of disappointed. All right, last PS5 game here. This game I absolutely adore. I had to get a physical version of it. I think it was, who put this out? Special Reserve Games put this out. And I've never had any dealings with Special Reserve Games before. I just found out that they were putting this game out physically. And I had to get it, and I missed out on every single version except for the PS5 version that has inscription on the PS5. This was my game of the year it came out. I think it was 2021. Yeah, sure. Just what a wild game. Starts out as your basic little card game thing where you're going out, and it kind of sticks with that formula for the most part, but man, the stories are just absolutely insane. The way it plays around with the mechanics of the game just blew my mind. I had to have it physically, and I popped it in the PS5 when I got it, and I was like, man, I don't have time to play this again. I got too many other games to play. But man, it's such a good game. I'm so glad to have it physically. I wish I got a Switch version. I wish I could have got a Switch version with like the special edition stuff. It came with like a card and everything. But this is what I can get. So this is what I got. I'm happy for it. Okay. So now we're going down the Switch train here. There's a lot of Switch games. Y'all ready to go down the Switch train with me? Let's go. All right. So recently, I guess GameStop was doing a buy two, get one free on used games, and Kathy took advantage of that and picked up some games. One of those was Fire Emblem Engage. She loves the Fire Emblem games. This one, I don't know, when it came, I think it came out this year. It kind of came out and just, people talked about it for about a week and then it disappeared. I think she started playing it. She's the boss right now. She didn't take it with her though. Still in the thing. But yeah, that's super cool. Very colorful. Next on the buy two get one free GameStop thing was something I picked out was Octopath Traveler 2. Now we had the first Octopath Traveler. Actually, as a matter of fact, when we ordered this, they sent us the Octopath Traveler 1. It was this case, but without the Octopath Traveler 1 in it, and I knew it as soon as it opened, and I was like, "That's the first game." But we got it fixed. They got us a real copy of Octopath Traveler 2. I did not like Octopath Traveler 1. I didn't play that much of it, but I knew playing some of the random battles, I don't like it when RPGs with random battles, turn-based battles, don't respect my time. If it takes like 10 fucking turns to kill just a basic rat, I'm done. I'm out. Fuck you. But this game's been getting a lot of buzz this year, specifically from people who didn't like Octopath Traveler 1. So I was like, okay, if we're doing this buy two get one free thing, I want to try this out eventually, but I can't right now. Kathy's got the Switch in Boston, and yeah, but like I said, I got too much to play already. So, all right, next up is a game we actually got from the Retro Game Flea Market too, but it is not a retro game. It is Night in the Woods on the Switch. It is a limited run game. They actually had a booth out there because their physical store is like right down the road from Raleigh. Yeah, and me and a few other random people peer pressured Kathy to buy this game. I thought she might like it. It's like an adventure game where you're a cat solving little problems in your little hometown after you come home from college or something like that. I think she played a little bit of it, kind of bounced off of it, but I think she's going to give it another try. I don't think this is completely on her not to play list. But yeah, it's got little fun little cat art, if you like cats, I guess. All right, next is a game that Kathy picked up after playing Room Factory 5. It's Room Factory 4 Special. I was confused to why she got this game because despite putting like 30-40 hours into Room Factory 5, I don't think she liked it that much. But she said, she read some reviews and said this one's supposed to be better than 5. So she picked it up. It's still in the shrink wrap, so she hasn't tried it out yet. But yeah, I'm looking at the back of it. It's top-down 2D. I don't know. I think Room Factory 5 will be better. I don't know. All right, next up for me is something I picked up on clearance at Walmart. Just happened to find it. Is Bayonetta, CEREZA, and the Lost Demon, which is the little top-down action game, kind of Bayonetta side story that they put out after Bayonetta 3. I really like Bayonetta 1 and 2. Have not played 3 yet. It's on my list. I want to play it. But I spotted this for like $10 at Walmart. I was like, I can't just not get it for $10. So yeah, and it's still in the shrink wrap. I haven't fired it up yet. Maybe this might be a good little epilogue if I ever play Bayonetta 3. Keep that for after that. And this is another game that Kathy picked up. She's been all over these like cozy games. She wants to play the cozy games. This is it's got cozy right in the name. It's Cozy Grove. I believe she picked this up off Amazon around the time that she picked up Room Factory 4. It's like another farming game, farming sim, with some fun art, I think, like watercolor style. It's still in the shrink wrap, so she has not opened it up. Looks like it's put out by I Am 8-Bit, which that's cool. I got some vinyls from them. Yeah, cozy games, they're all the rage, I guess. All right, and so this next up is a game I picked up from Play Asia. This is Chocobo GP. It is kind of, I guess it's the remake or just a reimagining of Chocobo Racing on the PlayStation. A game that a few buddies of mine really like. I never really played that much of, and I played a little bit of this. It seems fun. Yeah, my buddy Chris told me that they had patched out all the kind of predatory free-to-play type of bullshit that's in this game. This game's not free if you buy it digitally or if you buy it physically, but it still had free-to-play bullshit in it, and people didn't like it, so I think they got rid of it. Kathy's been playing it a lot. She didn't like it at first. She hated it at first, I think, and then she played more of it, and now she's more in the middle, saying that all the tracks are the same and all this other stuff. So she's definitely played more than me, but I don't know. My opinion's still high on it. All right, next up is another cozy game that Kathy picked out, but she's actually played this one. She's played a lot of it. I remember seeing her playing it. It is Grow Song of the Evertree, which is, what was this put out by 505 Games? Prideful Sloth. Yeah, she was playing this. It seems like another farming game with a giant tree in the middle of town. I saw her play it on television, running like shit. But what can you expect from a non-Nintendo made 3D game? Discover a vibrant, unique world at your own pace. Meet colorful characters and create a community. Build the town of your dreams. Unveil the mystery of the Evertree. Sure. She seemed pretty high on it until she wasn't. But, like, I think she still put a whole lot of time into it, though. Alright, next up, me and Kathy went to limited run games, the physical store that I talked about earlier. She had never been. This was like last week, 2 weeks ago. She had never been. I've been a couple of times. So she wanted to check it out. And we took our other Pix Club buddies, Shelby and Josh. They checked it out too. I think everyone said the store was pretty cool. Nice little retro feel to it. But I ended up picking up Monster Train First Class, which I think is just Monster Train with the DLC with it. Like I just shut off Inscription. That's what got me into like playing little card games like that. And I've tried out Slay the Spire on Game Pass, and I like that. And this was just happened to be there. I heard Monster Train was like that too, and I put a few hours into it, and I really like it. I don't have the Switch to keep playing it right now, but yeah, I was having a really good time with it. Kathy even tried it out too, and she liked it too. Just a kind of a different style of a deck building game with your own you got the paths, but they're ordered sequentially going up, and the enemies have to keep on going up and up and up, and you have to stop them with your cards, and it's a really good time. I highly recommend it. All right, last game is a game from Limited Run that Kathy picked out. That is Ender Lilies. So I'm not sure why she picked it up. I guess because of the art. It's got a little anime girl on the front. But she had a couple games in mind when she was there, but this is the one she ended up walking out with, and I didn't pay it too much mind, but when she was ringing it up, the guy who was ringing it up knew about this game. He said, "Hey, that's a cool game. You like Hollow Knight?" She was like, "What's that?" But I knew what Hollow Knight was. I know it's kind of a Metroidvania, kind of on the harder side. So I didn't know if she would take to it that much, but she's been playing a bit of it and seems to really like it. Trying to figure out Kathy's game preferences after she played a shit ton of Dead Cells. I have a hard time trying to even map anything to what she might like, so I didn't say anything. I said, yeah, she might like it, and she seems to like it, so I don't know, it's got fun art, it's got cool music from what I heard, but yeah, that's Ender Lilies. Quietus of the Nights. So that's all the games. I got 2 special items here. Y'all know I like to show off my vinyls at the end of the videos. I've only got 2 this time. I got a bunch ordered though, they're not here yet. First one is Journey to Silius. Look at that artwork. Ain't that cool? As soon as I heard about this coming out, I had to get it. I love the Journey to Silius soundtrack on the NES. And not only Journey to Silius is up there, but also Euphoria, which is another Sunsoft game that did not come out over here in America. But it has a fun soundtrack too. Not as good as Journey to Silius, but it's just a nice little bonus because I wanted Journey to Silius. And yeah, it's fucking badass. Okay, last item. This is actually an item I've been waiting for forever. I ordered it back in December of 2021. It showed up while we were in Canada for Kathy's sister's wedding, which was at the beginning of July. So this is finally when it showed up. Of course, it showed up while I wasn't here, and it was 90 degrees outside, and we had someone watching our house, and we couldn't get up with them to pick it up off the doorstep. But it is the Persona 4 final soundtrack, the whole soundtrack in one big box here. I bought it from this, I think it's IM8-bit. Yeah, IM8-bit did it, the same one did Persona 5, which I really, really liked. Yeah, the Persona 4 soundtrack is fucking kick-ass. It's not as good as 5. Not as good as 5. But it's still really good. It's still worthy of having a vinyl of all the soundtracks. The only thing I don't like about it is it's not Persona 4 Golden. So some of my songs that were specifically from Golden, which is the one I played all the way through, are not up here. And that's a bummer. But it still has the greats like Your Affection, Boogie Boogie Boogie, stuff like that. And yeah, I love this. Okay, that's it. Here come the dogs. Hey, buddies. It's time for them to eat. But yeah, that's it for the games for September of 2023. Hopefully, we can do another one of these before the end of the year. Show off some of the cool stuff that I've already got pre-ordered. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for joining me. Peace out.